Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a basic cupcake from polymer clay. This is one of my most requested videos ever, so I've tried to make it as detailed as possible. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment down below. I always get asked what colours I use for my cupcakes, and the answer is Fimo pastels. So I use Vanilla, Rose, Aqua, Lilac and Mint, and I will leave all this information in the description box along with other helpful links, so don't forget to check there before asking a question. So these are all the tools that I use to make my cupcake charms, so if you want to know more about these, where to get them, what they're called, all that kind of thing, then click on the link that's on the screen right now and it will take you to a video I did all about my favourite tools. Another question I get asked non-stop is what cupcake base moulds I use and where to find them. So I use flexible moulds from Miniature Sweet on Etsy. I highly recommend them and I've been using them for years. The size that I use is the 40mm and I will leave a link below to where you can find these and get one for yourself. The next things you are going to need are shaved chalk pastels. I'm using dark yellow, pink and brown. You're also going to need some polymer clay icing, and you can click on the screen right now to be taken to a tutorial on how to make that. The last two things you will need is the colour for the face of your cupcake. I'm using this brown colour, and also an eye pin if you want to turn it into a charm. So those are all the tools you need, so let's get on with the tutorial. So the first step is to take a ball of clay. Today I'm going to be using Rose by Fimo, and what you want to do is press this firmly into the mould. If you have any excess clay, then use a blade or a knife to carefully remove it. Once you've got your base ready, you can move on to the top of the cupcake. To make sure your cupcakes are always even, I use a template that I made. I worked out the perfect size for the top of my cupcakes using scrap clay, and then I baked it. Now whenever I make cupcakes, I just match the clay to the template that I've made, and they always come out perfect. After matching my clay to the template, I then form it into a dome on my work surface. This helps a lot with centering your cupcakes, as sometimes it can come out a little bit wonky. This just makes it so much easier because you can see what you're doing a lot better. Once you have the shape that you like, place it on top of the base mould, trying to make it as even as possible. As you can see here, there is a lot of dust and lint stuck to my piece. I'm going to scrape this off gently using my exacto knife. You're going to be texturing this in a second, so this doesn't have to be neat. The next step is to texture the top of the cupcake with a toothbrush to make it look more realistic. Once you've done that, it should look like this. It's now time for shading, so take your shaved chalk pastels, I'm using this dark yellow colour, and all you want to do is take a large fluffy brush and apply this all over the top of the cupcake. Now take a light brown colour and a smaller brush than we were just using and apply the pastels only to the top of the cupcake. This makes it look as though it's been baked. If you would like to add a face to your charm, now is the time to do so. I'm not going to go into detail in this tutorial on how I made the faces, as I do have two other in-depth tutorials on creating faces and mouths out of polymer clay. If you'd like to see those, I will link them on the screen right now, so you can check them out if you'd like to. Now we're going to go back to those chalk pastels and use a pretty light pink colour to add blush to the cheeks. I'm using a small brush, but you can use a cotton bud or a Q-tip if that works better for you. Now add some polymer clay icing to the top of the cupcake. I'm using this really pretty light pink colour and this flat metal tool to spread the mixture on top of the charm. If you want to turn your piece into a charm, now is the time to add a finding. I am using an eye pin today. A little trick I've come up with to secure the eye pin is to use a needle tool and surround the finding in the icing mixture. This makes it extremely durable and I have never had an eye pin fall out using this method. After you've secured your findings, all you need to do now is pop it out the mould. This can be a little bit tricky, but just take it slow if you need to. And now you have your very own cupcake charm. This was just a very basic tutorial, but you can be as creative as you'd like with your designs. If you'd like to see more interesting cupcake tutorials from me, then let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and don't forget to give it a like and check out all of my social media. You can use the hashtag xoxRufus to share your cupcake creations with me. If you want to see more polymer clay food tutorials, then click on the screen right now and don't forget to subscribe.